If you're like me and you hate the thought of spending a huge amount of money every single month on a contract phone, then this review is for you. Here we have the Xiaomi Redmi S2. It is a budget phone, but it really does bring us some high specifications, and it's really well made, and it's made by a good brand as well. Xiaomi is a good Chinese brand that's mainly known in China, not so much in the West, but I can assure you guys the quality of these devices is first class. As well as that, I really urge you guys to check out the Octacore Mix 2 review Scott did a few weeks ago. That really did show us what you can get for your money, and yeah, that was a great phone. Anyway, my name's Matthew and you're watching another review by the MXQproject. The Xiaomi Redmi S2 brings to us Oreo. As well as that, it also brings the Xiaomi skin on top of it, which is known as MIUI, and this is running MIUI 9.5, so it's the latest version. It also has the latest security release by Android as well, and it was just released just a couple of months ago. So everything on this phone is as up to date as possible, which is really good. Not a lot of these phones come with the latest pieces of firmware, but this is as new as it gets right now. Of course, it's Oreo, so it brings us a lot of new features, which I'll get into as we go throughout the video. As we can see now, this phone is a 6-inch phablet. These are becoming quite popular. It's kind of a mix between a tablet and a mobile phone, and they are quite big. But this is quite lightweight as well. It's quite lightweight compared to the Octacore Mix 2 we reviewed, as well as that it's lightweight compared to other 6-inch phablets that I've looked at in the past as well. So that's really good to see. So one last thing about the unboxing, we really didn't need to go into it too much. There's not a huge amount in the box itself. But one thing I really want to point out is that it came with a case. Now it's just a clear, very simple case, and it just helps you protect it a little bit before your proper case comes along. Obviously you can order these separate. We've got a leather case on its way, and this little thing will just help protect the mobile phone. It is quite slippery, so I'd hate to drop it and break anything. So Oreo packs a lot of new features. I can't go into every single one of them, but one of the main one that really stands out is split screen mode. I really do like this feature, and it allows you to play 2 apps at the same time. Not all apps support this, of course, but the ones I've got here is just the browser. As well as that, I've got YouTube playing as well, and as you can see, they work simultaneously together. It doesn't slow the phone down, everything's nice and smooth, and it keeps up, and of course you can play YouTube while you're maybe messaging your friends or looking around the internet, etc. Another feature that Oreo brings is this one-hand mode, and you can like reduce the screen size to say a smaller screen. I've got it here set at 4.3 inches, so maybe you've only able to use one hand at the time. I mean, of course it's a really big screen, so 2 hands really are ideal when using it. I don't have the biggest hands either, so reducing it every now and again will just make things a little bit easier. So the fingerprint scanner on this is quite good. It's nice and fast, and it really is responsive, and there's definitely no waiting around when trying to unlock your phone. The camera on this is pretty good for the money. You've got a 12 megapixel Sony lens on there, as well as a 5 megapixels Samsung lens, and they work together to make a really good picture. As well as that, on the front you've got 16 megapixel lens as well, and both are pretty decent. It's not the best, it really isn't, because at the end of the day it is a budget phone. But the features and the quality, it's good, it's very good, and you should be able to make some pretty decent footage and pictures and video, etc. using these cameras. General performance is pretty darn good. It is supported by that Qualcomm 625 processor, and if you're looking for a phone with a Qualcomm processor and you don't have a lot of money to spend, the 65 is something you should aim for. And of course, 3GB of RAM, more than enough, and that 32GB of storage makes for a really good general performance phone and a good budget device. Gaming is really good on this, and the Snapdragon 65 by Qualcomm really doesn't have any issues running Asphalt 8, for example. Beach Buggy runs perfectly fine, as well as that, this Modern Combat game. Absolutely no issues at all. Everything runs silky smooth. As well as that, all the settings were preset to high, so you just know the apps are having no issues running on this hardware. So although Xiaomi have made a really good phone, they have skimped out on the actual speaker. It's only a mono speaker. It sounds okay, and for the most part it'll do the job, but it's not the best. But here's a little bit of a clip from it, just to let you know what it sounds like. So this is a Chinese phone, so it comes with a dual SIM card tray, so you can put 2 nano SIMs in there, and of course the storage is expandable up to 256 gigabytes, and it's just a micro SD card. The actual signal as well is really strong on this, so although we've been inside, we still found that we got a decent signal from our mobile phone carrier. And that moves me on to that. This is an international version of the phone. It comes with international firmware, as well as that it should support the majority of mobile phone carrier bandwidths. But I should mention that you should go and check to make sure that your mobile phone carrier does support the bandwidth that this mobile phone provides. Again, you can check all that out in the actual product links in the description. So to summarize this phone, yes, Xiaomi have done a really good job of producing a high-end budget phone that the majority of you will be happy with. It doesn't come with bells and whistles like we see on some of the really high-end phones, for example, but it's a good all-rounder, it's good performance, it looks great, and yeah, it performs pretty darn good. Anyway, I really hoped you enjoyed this review. Guys, if you haven't already, go and check out the Octacore Mix2 review as well. Again, I shall leave the links for you guys if you want to check that out. My name's Matthew, and you've been watching another review by the MXQproject. Don't forget to check out the website, MXQproject.com, Facebook group, and of course Twitter. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot. If you can like this video as well, it helps us out even further. And don't forget to click the little bell icon, which will notify you when we upload any new videos, which is a couple of times a week. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and we shall see you very soon.